Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Kano Tryharding Modern. And today we're going to play Titanshift. Now, I've got a feeling this deck is meta after all the bannings and shakeups and whatnot. Hopefully, I am not proven wrong. Basic plan is to assemble Valakut by any means necessary. So that means Scapeshift, that means Primeval Titan, that means ramp spells. And yeah, that's the basic game plan. Let's see how it goes. Alrighty, round one. Here we go. I would like to play first. This is not really keepable, not without some kind of green mana. Alright, well. We're gonna put back a Valakut, and we'll start Wooded Foothills, pass the turn. So if my opponent does nothing, we'll fetch up Cinderglade. If they play a Mana Dork, I'm gonna Lightning Bolt it by fetching up a mountain, kind of like this. I could go for a Sweltering Suns play, but I am not going to do that. We untap, draw another Farseek, so Shock Stomping Grounds. Farseek gets Cinderglade, pass the turn. Opponent untaps, plays a Utopia Sprawl on white and a Horizon Canopy. We draw Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I think we just Farseek here? Well, yeah, I think we Farseek. Because we don't have a land to play. So we'll get another Cinderglade. Pass the turn. I did not play the Valakut, in case my opponent had a Ghost Quarter. The plan would be to draw a land here and then play 2 lands off Dryad. Alright, well, punished. Farseek. Get Cinderglade. Pass the turn. We're saving the Valakut because we want at least 1 land to play. Okay, opponent plays a Spike Feeder. That's annoying because it represents infinite life. We do have a damage ceiling that our opponent can technically outdo, but I hate this so much. Alright, well, see you guys when they're done. Alright, we untap. We draw Wooded Foothills. Play Dryad. Play Valakut. 3 damage to Spike Feeder. Fine. Okay. After about a year, Valakut my opponent's face. Save the Wooded Foothills as a Lightning Bolt. Pass the turn. One plays another Utopia Sprawl on green into a Skyclave Apparition. Hitting Dryad. Fetch with Wooded Foothills. Get a Stomping Ground tapped. I don't know why I did that in response, but whatever. I just did that all wrong because I'm on super tilt from life gain. Okay, well, we drew Primeval Titan. Play Prime Time. We'll get 2 Valakuts. Pass the turn. We need to get another Dryad so we can max out on damage. Opponent plays a Temple Garden. Tapped. So they probably don't have the combo. We untap. We draw a mountain. Cycle Sweltering Suns. We get a forest. Go to combat. Attack my opponent. Get a Valakut and a Stomping Ground. Will not pay life. Shoot our opponent for 12. Always yes. Always yes. Always yes. Yes. Alright, we take our opponent down to a measly 120. Opponent collected company. They get a Spike. Yep, okay. Play a mountain. Shoot Spike Feeder. Shoot our opponent 3 times. Yeah, be back next century. Okay. Pass the turn. They're just gonna kill me with a Walking Ballista Infinite combo, so I don't know why I'm still playing this game. We untap. We draw Windswept Heath. Play Windswept Heath. Go to combat. Attack my opponent for 6. We do not have that many mountains left. I mean, we do, but we don't, right? Alright, 8 Valakut triggers. Stack them all. Alright. Hit our opponent for 6, down to 112. Pass the turn. I have a limited amount of time to record this game. So if this game is suddenly tragically cut short, just know that my opponent gained infinite life like 4 times, and we probably lost the round. Oh, it's horrible. Opponent collected companies. Double Conclave Mentor. Okay. Opponent untaps. Plays a Plains. plays a Ranger Captain of Eos, animates Heliod, gets a Walking Ballista, goes to combat, attacks for a bunch, fetch with Windswept Teeth, get a Forest, because I'm dumb and got all of my Stomping Grounds. Yep. Take a bunch of damage, opponent gains life. Oh, that was a huge mistake. Alright, yep, Alright, game 2. I don't know if I sideboard for this, or if I do, what I do. I mean, I guess Engineered Explosives has some value here. Probably over a Sweltering Suns, actually. Alright, let's try and win before our opponent does. We'll play first. This hand is not keepable. This one is. So we... Does it change because we have Dryad in this hand? I think we put back Valakut. We have a Summoner's Pact, so I mean, like, that's a thing, I guess. Start Stomping Ground untapped, suspend Search for Tomorrow, pass the turn. Opponent untaps, they did mulligan to 6, they play a Misty, they crack Misty, get a Forest, Harbor Elf, we untap, Search for Tomorrow ticking down, draw Wooded Foothills, play Wooded Foothills, fetch a basic mountain, Farseek, get a Cinderglade, pass the turn. Opponent untaps, plays a Windswept Teeth, cracks Windswept Teeth, gets a Temple Garden untapped, goes to 16, plays Utopia Sprawl, they're going to have 4 mana this turn, and they play Heliod. We untap, Search for Tomorrow coming off, suspend, cast it, get a mountain, we draw Scapeshift, play Wooded Foothills, play Dryad, pass the turn. I mean, even one land and we vaporize our opponent, so... But they probably have just Walking Ballista land infinite combo. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. So we need to draw land. Opponent plays a Windswept Teeth, cracks Windswept Teeth, goes to 15. Whatever. See you guys in round 2. I'm not dealing with that shiz again. Alright, see you guys in round 2. Alrighty. Welcome to round 2. I'm going to try not to get tilted this time. I took a break. Let's go. I will be keeping this hand. Hopefully we get a land for Explore. That would be great. If not, Sakura Tribe Elder is a fine thing to lead on. Windswept Teeth we can use to get Stomping Ground for Lightning Bolt early. So we do even have a play on turn 1 if we need it. And my opponent is Tron. Legendary mulligan to 5 Tron. So, play Wooded Foothills, pass the turn. Opponent cracks Sphere for green, plays a Star. They have a second Tron land. Crack Star for green. Ancient Stirrings, that's a pretty good multi 5 Tron hand. Do they get the tower? If they have tower and a threat, I'm not sure we can beat them. Okay, they pick up a Sphere. Crack Wooded Foothills, get a Stomping Ground tapped, untap, we draw a Farseek, play a Forest, Explore, play Windswept Teeth. I can save this for a Lightning Bolt, or I can just suspend Search for Tomorrow, and I think I'm going to go with the Search for Tomorrow. Alright, pass the turn. So, like, 7 mana Karn wouldn't really do anything here. They do have Tron. They can take us off of some lands, but... Alright. They wish for... Could be Trinisphere, could be Liquimetal Coating. It's Coating. Okay, well, we're going to bolt that Karn. Opponent does play all the cards we know about. They stop us on our upkeep. Search for Tomorrow ticking down. Lightning Bolt Karn. We draw Prime Time. Do we play Steve or do we play Farseek? I think we play Steve. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. So they crack Sphere for green. They play another Karn. They're probably just going to turn a Stomping Ground into a artifact and blow it up here. We might have enough ramp to just overcome this, which would be sweet. Alright, they play Oblivion Stone. Sack Sakura Tribe Elder, get a mountain. Untap, Search for Tomorrow coming off, suspend. Cast Search for Tomorrow, get a mountain. We draw a Stomping Ground, so Farseek for Cinderglade. Play a Stomping Ground. And if we top deck a land, we can cast Primeval Titan. We do have basics, so even if we get Cinderglade, it would be fine. If my opponent hadn't been Stone Raining us every turn, we actually would have just completely obliterated them with Escape Shift. So opponent blows up a Stomping Ground. 7 mana, Big Karn. Okay, we can't overcome that, unfortunately. Yep, we would have had him too. Alright. Damping Spheres in, and Nature's Claim Reclamation Sage in as well. We're going to cut Sweltering Suns. We're going to cut 1 Scape Shift, and 1 land, and an Explore. Oh wait, nope, we're a 61 card deck. We're gonna run it this way. I just remembered. Alright, we'll play first. Alright, turn 2 Damping Sphere. So we'll keep. Unfortunately, this is a Cinderglade, not a Stomping Ground, so we can't suspend Search for Tomorrow turn 1. If that's the case, I think we play Cinderglade first. Because then, if we draw another untapped land, we can cast Search for Tomorrow on turn 3, which gives us something to do. Alright, there's another untapped land. Play Damping Sphere, pass the turn. Hopefully they don't just immediately have a Nature's Claim into Tron. They play Ancient Stirrings. They won't be able to cast anything else this turn, so we probably have slowed them down. They get a Blast Zone. Yep, they can't play a Sphere or a Star. We untap and draw Summoner's Pact, play Mountain, cast Search for Tomorrow. We actually need a Forest. Pass the turn. So my opponent is going to play Blast Zone here, because they need to get rid of this Damping Sphere. Okay, they start by playing Chromatic Star, play a Forest, and then they pass. We untap, draw Windswept Heath, play Valakut, pass the turn. We can't Summoner's Pact for Primeval Titan without 7 mana. They crack Star for green. They have a Wilt. Okay. So next turn we can now Summoner's Pact for Primeval Titan, provided my opponent does not have land destruction. They start Star, cracking for green. They play Relic. They crack Relic to draw. They play a Forest. Ancient Stirrings again. They get a Power Plant, so they will have Tron next turn. We untap. Draw another Valakut. Play Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Get a Cinderglade. Summoner's Pact. Get Primeval Titan. Play Primeval Titan. We'll get Stomping Ground, Stomping Ground. Shoot our opponent for 6. Alright. Pass the turn. Next turn we have to pay 4 for Summoner's Pact, but then we can Scape Shift and kill our opponent. Tron assembled. Big Karn. Big Karn takes out Primetime. They Sylvan Scrying. Get another tower. They pass, we pay. Draw Farseek, play Valakut. And Scape Shift. Get a whole bunch of mountains. We will not be paying life. Tons of triggers. Awesome. Run it back. Without a lot of ramp spells, this could actually be really slow, but we're going to try it. We can Summoner's Pact for Dryad, if we have to. We do have a Bolt to interact with a Karn Great Creator or a Karn Liberated if their first action is to minus either one. Alright, opponent gets to start. Pass the turn. So we get to suspend. We draw Mountain, play Stomping Ground tapped, pass the turn. They play Tower, Karn Great Creator. Pretty sure they still have to wish here. Alright. They're going to delay wishing for a turn. So next turn we have 4 mana. And then I can Summoner's Pact for Dryad, play Valakut, and kill Karn. So we do Bolt Karn here. Okay. Untap, Search for Tomorrow. Coming off Suspend, cast it, get a Mountain. Then we draw... Oh, we don't even have to. Sweet. In that case, play Dryad, play Mountain, play Valakut. Oh, it's 5 other mountains. Whoops. Pass the turn. Miscalculation there. Okay, opponent wishes. They get Sundering Titan. Yeah, that's game. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, if I had actually counted my lands correctly, I would not have played Dryad for this exact purpose. Alright. They got us. That was a misplay. Alright, I'll see you guys in round 3. Alright, the all-land hand for round 3. I think I am going to mulligan. I'd like 2 ramp spells, maybe. This counts. We'll keep... I don't really want to put back Prime Time, but I also would like to have a Lightning Bolt, just in case. We're going to go maximum risk here. Opponent starts Verdant Catacombs after keeping 7. We draw Colony Heart Expedition, so start Stomping Ground tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks Verdant Catacombs. Finds an Overgrown Tomb tapped. They untap. Play a Blackleaf Cliffs. It's looking like Jund at the moment. Tarmogoyf. Alright, we untap. Get a Soccer Tribe Elder. Play a Mountain. Play Colony Heart Expedition. Pass the turn. If we draw a land, we're good to go. Actually, we don't even need to draw a land. We're just pretty much good to go. Okay, opponent plays a Liliana. We're going to discard Soccer Tribe Elder. Opponent discards a Forgotten Cave. Hits us for 2. We go to 18, untap. We draw a Valakut. So, play Wooded Foothills. Always yes, always you. And this needs 3, right? Yep. Sack Wooded Foothills. Get a Stomping Ground. Untapped. Play Dryad. Play Valakut. Remove quest counters. Get Mountain, Mountain. Kill Lily. Pass the turn. And next turn we have Primeval Titan. Unless we get Thought Seized. Opponent plays a Raging Ravine. 3 mana. Maelstrom Pulse to kill Dryad. Okay. We go down to 10. Untap, draw Farseek. Play Primeval Titan. We'll get Valakut, Cinderglade. And I'm going to kill Tarmogoyf. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a new Tarmogoyf. And a Seasoned Pyromancer. And they're dead. We untap and draw Summoner's Pact. You know what? Summoner's Pact. We'll just get Dryad. Play Dryad. Go to combat. Attack for 6. And get Valakut, Valakut. Prismatic Omen is a very silly effect. Alright, opponent scoops it up. Versus Jund, we could bring in Veil of Summer. I'm going to bring in Obstinate Baloth. Sweltering Suns is kind of good versus them because they do have Seasoned Pyromancer and they might even be playing things like Bob, but just going to make that swap. Well, it's got ramp. Opponent starts Blackleaf Cliffs, Inquisition. They can take a Search for Tomorrow and nothing else. We untap, draw Dryad, play Windswept Teeth, crack Windswept Teeth, get a Stomping Ground untapped, suspend Search for Tomorrow, pass the turn. Honestly, at this point, kind of just want to draw lands or Farseeks. Opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs, cycles a Forgotten Cave. Alright, we untap, Search for Tomorrow ticking down. We draw a 3rd Primeval Titan, pass the turn. Opponent cracks Verdant Catacombs on our end step. Getting a Blood Crypt tapped. They untap. Play a Swamp. Pillage our green source. Okay. Search for Tomorrow coming off Suspend. We've got to get a Forest. We draw Stomping Ground. Play a Mountain. Play Dryad. Play Stomping Ground. Pass the turn. And we are still a land ahead of our opponent. I saw a version of this deck that I almost played that had a single migration path in it, and I think that might actually be quite reasonable in this list. Alright, yeah, we got to sack a creature. Alright, lands or Farseeks. Lands or Farseeks. Titanshift is not what I asked for. Pass the turn. F6 on our opponent's turn, because we can do literally nothing. They whiff with an Inquisition. They know our whole hand. They crack Verdant Catacombs, get a Swamp. Bloodbraid. Cascading into Angrath's Rampage. Okay. They hit us for 3. We go down to 14. Untap. Draw Farseek. Farseek into a Cinderglade. Pass the turn. Actually, probably should have gotten a Stomping Ground there because Cinderglade comes in untapped now for free. So that was a mistake. I keep thinking Sheltered Thicket for some reason. 5 mana. Tergrid. God of Fright. That's a fun thing to be playing in Jund. I like Tergrid. Okay. We get hit for 3. We go to 11. Untapped land, please. 1 time. Lightning Bolt. Which is not what I asked for. Kill Bloodbraid. Pass the turn. This explains their Angrath rampages and stuff. Hopefully they can't Thoughtseize a Primeval Titan here. That would suck. Okay, they play Tarmogoyf. Hit us for 4. We go to 7. Untap land 1 time. Cinderglade. Good to see you. Play Primeval Titan. Get Valakut, Stomping Ground. Shoot our opponent. If they have removal, we're dead. Just to damage, but we can't really do anything else at the moment, so. They untap, they draw. Valakut them in Defiance, scoop it up. Fun fact, if we'd gotten 2 Valakuts there, that Assassin's Trophy would not have worked, but I didn't really consider that. Because we could have actually then used the 6 damage to kill the Tarmogoyf. Alright, I'd like to play first. No ramp. I could Summoner's Pact for Dryad. I think I'm actually going to mulligan. Alright, well, we'll keep. Put back a mountain. We're going to hide our lands from pillage until turn 3 when we can play Dryad. Presumably, provided we don't get Thoughtseized a bunch of times. Start by playing Windswept Heath, pass the turn. Opponent plays a mountain. They mulligan to 5. Alright, now I will no longer hide my lands. Fetch Stomping Ground. Play a mountain. Farseek. Get Stomping Ground. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forgotten Cave. We untap. Draw Summoner's Pact. Play a mountain. Play Dryad. Play Wooded Foothills. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. I hope they play something irrelevant like a Seasoned Pyromancer, because if they do, and we draw a land, we could kill them with Scapeshift. On 6 lands, which is almost unheard of. So we untap, draw Wooded Foothills. I'm not going to risk it, because my opponent probably has Double Bolt. So Summoner's Pact, get Primetime, play Primetime. Go grab Valakut. 12 damage to my opponent. Go to combat and attack them down to 6. And even if they had like Manamorphose into Bantu's Last Reckoning, we could Scapeshift and kill them. Opponent plays a tap land and scoops. Alright. I will see you all in round 4. Alright, round 4, here we go. We got ramp. Keep. Opponent starts Verdant Catacombs, cracks Verdant Catacombs. It's probably Jund again. Alright, it is not Jund, and we are getting Thoughtseized. They take Soccer Tribe Elder from us. We draw Search for Tomorrow, so suspend Search for Tomorrow, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play Nurturing Peatland, so there's some kind of Sultai. They could be Control, they could be Death Shadow, they could be Mill. It's not likely, but it is possible. Out of all of those, I think Mill would actually be the hardest for us to beat. Simply because they could like surgically extract Valakut, and what are we going to do? Cast 6 mana 6/6. Cast Colossal Dreadmaws and try and beat our opponents. So they probably take Farseek here, if they're Inquisitioning. Yep. The Cycle Street Wraith, it's Death Shadow. Probably 4-color Death Shadow, I imagine. Thoughtseize, they should probably take Scapeshift. They'll leave us with Lightning Bolt. Oh, they take Lightning Bolt, that's impressive. And here I thought they wanted to lose life. So Search for Tomorrow ticking down. We draw Valakut. Play Valakut, pass the turn. We are many mountains away from winning. Opponent plays an Overgrown Tomb, goes down to 8. Plays Death Shadow as a 5/5. Oh, great. We have 2 turns to try and win or do anything. Search for Tomorrow, coming off Suspend. Get a Mountain. We draw Dryad. Play Dryad. Mountain. Pass the turn. If Dryad survives and we draw a land, Scapeshift is lethal. Opponent is debating whether or not to lose life to Nurturing Peatland. They should have perfect information at this point, so... They sack Nurturing Peatland to draw. Fatal Push. Alright, I think that's, that was our last hope. We untap and draw Soccer Tribe Elder. So play the Elder, pass the turn. If chumping works and we draw a land, we can win. But we have to chump and we have to draw a land. Any land works, but okay, block a Death Shadow. Are they fetching a red land and Battle Rage? Oh, so silly. Doesn't matter. It's 10 damage anyway. Alright, I forgot about that. Wow, that Lightning Bolt really mattered. Alright. So, sideboard plan. Bringing in Veil of Summer. Probably could bring in Engineered Explosives and Baloth, at least. Drop Sweltering Suns. I'm gonna cut 1 Scapeshift. Colony Heart Expedition's probably the most interactable ramp spell we have, but I'm kind of hesitant to cut all of them. And, no, Explorer replaces itself. I'm gonna cut a Bolt. We'll try it like this. Alright, we'll play first. We can do better. Alright, this is technically better. Put back a Soccer Tribe Elder. Start Stomping Ground untapped, pass the turn. I will Veil a Thoughtseize. That's basically what it's there for. Opponent starts Polluted Delta, fetches. Water Grave untapped. Get Thoughtseized. Cast Veil. We get an Explore. Untap. Draw Stomping Ground. Play a Mountain. Explore. Play Valakut. Pass the turn. Get Thoughtseized again. They probably take Soccer Tribe Elder here. They could also take Scapeshift. But I think cutting off our ramp is their best plan of attack right now. They take Summoner's Pact. Play Nurturing Peatland. We untap. Draw Windswept Heath. Play Stomping Ground. Play Steve. Pass the turn. Opponent floats green just to lose a life. We are going to sack Steve on our opponent's end step regardless, just in case we do draw Primeval Titan. I think my opponent was right to actually take Summoner's Pact because that was representing the earliest threat we could have. I did the math wrong, so. Opponent shocks Breeding Pool. Plays Tarmogoyf. And Death Shadow. Fetch with Steve, get a Mountain. Untap. Draw Farseek. Play Windswept Heath. Farseek. Get a Stomping Ground. Will not pay life. Fetch with Windswept Heath. Get a Cinderglade. Do 3 damage to my opponent. Cast Scapeshift. Alright. Technically, because Scapeshift was going to be lethal there anyway, what I should have done was use the damage to kill Death Shadow, in case my opponent had a Force of Negation. I don't know if Death Shadow would play Force of Negation, especially in this metagame, but it is, I guess, within the realm of possibility. Anything goes right now. It's a fantastic time to play Modern, because nobody has any idea what the metagame is going to look like, and a lot of decks are now on a similar power level, because they went and they banned all of the cards that were like way, way above regular peak power level, so which I approve of. I think most cards in a format should be about the same power level, with maybe a few powerful build-arounds. But those cards specifically should be, you know, on approximately the same power level. It's a very difficult thing to do. They should take Search for Tomorrow here. It's a very difficult thing to do in game design, asymmetrical balance, especially in something that has, almost 30 years of legacy design now, though. So, like, I can't blame them for having an unbalanced format unless it's something like they printed Uro and they printed Omnath and they printed cards that were very, very clearly way above the power grade. Then I can complain. But when they fix the format, I'm not going to complain about asymmetrical balance. I'm going to try and record as much content as I can in the upcoming days. You know, stream, work, other things permitting. Mainly because I want to get as many good games in right now as I can. Opponent plays a Tarmogoyf. We untap, Search for Tomorrow, coming down next turn. Draw Scapeshift, play Windswept Heath, pass the turn. They untap. Play Polluted Delta. They go to combat. Attack us for 4. We go down to 14. Crack Polluted Delta. So next turn we can play Obstinate Baloth. Opponent shocks a Breeding Pool. And plays an Ashiok Dream Render. We won't be able to search our library. That actually sucks a lot. So fetch up a Stomping Ground tapped. Lightning Bolt Ashiok. Okay, Search for Tomorrow coming off Suspend, but we can't search our library. This sucks because we don't have Explorers, we have Farseek variants, so... Play a Mountain, pass the turn. They also won't minus Ashiok because their primary threat is Tarmogoyf, meaning that they want cards in the graveyard, try and keep Tarmogoyf large. Okay, they cycle Street Wraith, play Mishra's Bauble, crack Bauble on themselves. They hit us for 6, we go to 7. We can buy some time if we draw a land, and we have a better chance at doing that if my opponent casts like a Thoughtseize or something this turn, which they don't. So we untap, they draw a card, then we draw a card. It's a land. Play Baloth. Pass. Go up to 11. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Get a swamp, probably Fatal Push then. Okay, they sack Nurturing Peatland. They untap. I think if they attack us, we don't block. And we try and kill Ashiok on the swing back. But that means we have to draw another blocker of some kind. Just chumping there I think is incorrect, though. Well, second Tarmogoyf pretty much seals our fate. Yep. Dang. Alright, well, see you guys in round 5. Alrighty. Round 5, here we go. We'll play first. No ramp, I think we got a mulligan. No green, I think we got a mulligan. That's awkward. So go to 5. Yep, we gotta put 2 cards back, so Scapeshift and Prime Time here. Start Wooded Foothills. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays an Inspiring Vantage, so it's burn. Crack Wooded Foothills, get Cinderglade, pass the turn. Take 1, we untap, draw Sweltering Suns, play Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills, get a Mountain, play Steve, pass the turn. Opponent plays an Inspiring Vantage into an Eidolon of the Great Revel, goes to combat, attacks. So we chump, search, Mountain, take no damage, untap, draw Search for Tomorrow. I'm going to cast Sweltering Suns, take 2 damage, reset the board. Opponent untaps. I would really like to draw a land next turn. Okay. There's a land. Play a forest. Cast Search for Tomorrow. Get a mountain. Farseek. Get a Stomping Ground. We will not pay life. Pass the turn. Opponent Skull cracks us down to 9. They have 4 cards in hand, so we're dead to triple bolt. They play Wooded Foothills, fetch a mountain, Lava Spike, Skull Crack, and Bolt. They had it. And that's just going to happen sometimes. Baloth's in. Do we bring in Witchbane Orb? Probably. Bolts stay. Sweltering Suns. I think the average Sweltering Suns in this deck is going to be very bad. Cut a Colony Heart Expedition and cut a Farseek. Try like this. Alright, I'll play first. Mulligan. Alright, we'll keep, put back a Valakut. Start Stomping Ground tapped, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Sacred Foundry untapped into a Goblin Guide, which draws us a land. Excellent. Play Valakut. Pass the turn. We'll let our opponent attack with Goblin Guide before we bolt it. They play a Swift Spear. And they Lava Spike. Okay, I'm actually going to bolt Swift Spear here. Okay, we're drawing Escape Shift. Play a Mountain. Play Dryad. Play Stomping Ground tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Suspends Rift Bolt. Does not attack. We untap. We get Pathed. Get a Mountain. Then we draw. Stomping Ground. Play Stomping Ground tapped. Play Witchbane Orb. Pass the turn. Okay, we get bolted. Rift Bolt comes off Suspend. We are not a legal target. They have to target themselves or Goblin Guide, if they have to cast it at all. Okay, they bolt themselves. They go to combat. Goblin Guide finds us a mountain. We go to 8. They double strike it with Boros Charm. Yeah, we would have been super dead without Witchbane Orb here. Play a mountain. Shoot our opponent. Escape Shift. Alright. Run it back. Alright, we'll keep. Hopefully Baloth provides a little bit of a speed bump, and we draw action. Opponent starts by suspending Rift Bolt. We draw Summoner's Pact. Suspend Search for Tomorrow. Pass the turn. Summoner's Pact is some of our best action, so... We get bolted. Opponent plays an Eidolon. We untap. Search for Tomorrow ticking down. Play a mountain. Pass the turn. Alright, we go down to 15. Search for Tomorrow coming off Suspend. Cast Search. Take damage. Get our other forest. Draw. Mountain. Play Mountain. Play Baloth. Gain life. No Skullcrack, interestingly enough. We get Pathed. Opponent takes damage. This actually helps quite a bit, because that means I can Summoner's Pact next turn for Primeval Titan. Opponent Boros Charms us. Back down to 13. They untap. Play a Sacred Foundry tap to get in for 2. We go to 11. We draw Dryad. Play Wooded Foothills. Play Dryad. Take damage. Play Wooded Foothills. Pass the turn. Opponent bolts us. Takes damage. Skull cracks us. Takes damage. And they top deck the bolt. Unbelievable. Alright, so I could have probably actually won that game had I taken the time to play a fetch land early. With another couple of mountains, I could have Summoner's Pacted for a Primeval Titan that turn and taken out Eidolon, but I don't think that actually mattered because my opponent had enough burn in hand to kill us. We won a lot of games in our matches. I got a little bit unlucky, and I will admit that Escape Shift Titan is not my specialty. I think the deck is more powerful than I demonstrated, although one thing that I do want to say here is I think in the current metagame, with the way that hand hate and stuff is being played, in the quantities that it is being played, I think what that translates to is... Where's that deck? What did I call it? Oh, Titanshift 2. I think you're better off maxing out on Explorers. I really think that, like, if this were my deck, I think I would drop the Sweltering Suns altogether from the main deck. I would run at least 2 more Explorers, and I may even run an Explorer over like a Farseek here. The reason being is the extra land plays matter a ton, and if the fact that Explorer draws you a card means that it replacing itself in your hand, well, I guess there's a balance to be struck, because Farseeks and stuff guarantee that you hit your land drops. The Explorer does not guarantee that you hit your land drops. Helps you accelerate early game, but in the late game it can help draw you into your actual threats that you want to use to win the game. I definitely think this was a non-optimal list. This was a slightly older list, but I picked it because of... I thought that maybe this list would have a better chance in the metagame than the other lists I was seeing. So if you're going to play not Transmog Titan, if you're going to play Titanshift, I highly recommend that you pick a different list than this one, though I still stand firm in my belief that this is a strong pick for the current metagame. So, if you like this video, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined, and remember you can follow me on Twitch. Same username over there as you find me on here. We've had a ton of people join the Discord, especially off the last 2 Tron videos I've posted, so if you haven't yet and you want to get in and talk to the rest of us and help brew up decks and things like that, jump into the Discord, links in the description below, and I hope to see you there. I hope to see you guys over on Twitch, those of you that use Twitch that would like to see more of this content. I stream Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, though the last few are been earlier than that in the day. And yeah, hope you all have a good one. Bye!